Does eating more protein automatically mean bigger muscles? That's the question that's been buzzing in gyms and fitness forums for decades. For years, people have believed that the more protein you consume, the faster you'll pack on muscle. But what if this isn't entirely true? What if eating too much protein could actually hold you back? This video dives deep into the science to challenge these long-standing beliefs and uncover the truth about protein and muscle growth. For years, we've been bombarded with the idea that eating more protein is the ultimate key to building muscle. Protein shakes, bars, powders, everywhere you look, the message is clear: more is better. But what if I told you that this obsession with protein might actually be holding you back? Yes, you heard that right. Eating too much protein could be the very thing sabotaging your gains. Shocking, isn't it? Here's the kicker. New research is flipping the script on everything we thought we knew about protein and muscle growth. Turns out, there's a limit to how much protein your body can actually use, and anything beyond that, it's just expensive fuel your body doesn't need. So, why are we still chasing these sky-high protein targets? And more importantly, what really matters when it comes to building muscle? Spoiler alert, it's not about drowning yourself in protein shakes. In this video, we're diving deep into the science to uncover the truth about protein. You'll learn why eating more isn't always better, how much protein you actually need, and the real factors that drive muscle growth. If you've ever felt confused or overwhelmed by the endless protein hype, this is the clarity you've been waiting for. Ready to find out what's really holding you back? Let's get started. The fitness world has always been obsessed with protein. From bodybuilders downing dozens of eggs a day to the endless shelves of protein powders and bars. It's clear that protein is seen as the holy grail of muscle building. But here's the thing. New research is flipping this narrative on its head. Could it be that all this protein hype is more about marketing than actual results? And if so, what really matters when it comes to building muscle? These are the questions we'll explore together. The goal here isn't just to bust myths, it's to give you clarity. You'll discover what the latest studies reveal about protein intake, how much you actually need, and what factors truly drive muscle growth. Spoiler alert, it's not just about chugging protein shakes. By the end of this, you'll have a clear roadmap to optimize your gains without falling into the trap of overcomplicating your diet. But first, let's take a closer look at how this protein obsession even started. Protein has been hailed as the king of muscle-building nutrients for decades, and it's easy to see why. It's the foundation of muscle protein synthesis, the process that repairs and grows your muscles after a workout. But somewhere along the way, this essential nutrient turned into an obsession. Back in the golden era of bodybuilding, legends would eat absurd amounts of protein. Think 12 eggs in one sitting, or 300 grams of protein a day, believing it was the secret to their massive physiques. While their results were impressive, was it really the protein doing all the work? The fitness industry quickly caught on to this craze and turned it into a money-making machine. Suddenly, everything from cereals to coffee was protein-enriched, and the prices skyrocketed. Protein powders, bars, and snacks became staples, marketed as essential for anyone serious about fitness. But here's the kicker. Most of these products are overpriced and unnecessary. The industry thrives on the belief that more protein equals more muscle, but is that belief grounded in science or just clever marketing? This myth didn't just come out of thin air. It's rooted in the old 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight rule. While this guideline isn't entirely wrong, it's often misunderstood and exaggerated. People started thinking, if 1 gram is good, 2 grams must be better. But as we'll see in the next section, science tells a very different story. So, how much protein do you actually need? And when does it stop being helpful? Let's get one thing straight. Protein is essential for muscle growth. But there's a limit to how much your body can actually use. A comprehensive review of 62 studies on protein intake and muscle growth revealed something surprising. After a certain point, eating more protein doesn't lead to more muscle. For example, consuming 0.45 grams of protein per pound of body weight often yields results similar to eating 0.8 or even 1 gram per pound. That's right, doubling your protein intake doesn't double your gains. It's like pouring water into a glass that's already full. The excess just spills over. One fascinating study even showed that bodybuilders consuming 270 grams of protein per day experienced less muscle growth than those sticking to moderate amounts. Why? Because calories, training intensity, and recovery play a much bigger role than obsessing over protein. It's not about how much protein you eat, it's about how well you use it. Think of it like fueling a car. You need the right amount of gas, but overfilling the tank won't make it go faster. Instead, it just wastes resources. So, what's the takeaway? The benefits of protein have a ceiling, and going beyond that doesn't give you an edge. It just drains your wallet and might even crowd out other important nutrients like carbs and fats. But don't worry, we're not leaving you hanging. In the next section, we'll dive into real-life examples and experiments that prove this point, showing how even lower protein diets can still lead to impressive muscle growth. Let's talk about Alex Leonidas, a natural bodybuilder who decided to challenge the protein obsession. He cut his daily protein intake from 200 grams to just 90 grams, relying mostly on plant-based sources. The result? No loss in strength, no dip in recovery, and no impact on his muscle growth. His experiment proved a crucial point. It's not about how much protein you eat, but how well you train and fuel your body overall. If Alex could thrive on less protein, why are so many of us still chasing absurd numbers? Another intriguing example comes from studies on individuals consuming less than 50 grams of protein per day. You'd think their muscle growth would grind to a halt, right? Wrong. With intense training and adequate calories, they still manage to build strength and muscle. This challenges the belief that high protein is the only path to progress. It's a reminder that consistency in training and hitting your calorie goals often outweighs obsessing over protein grams. These real-world cases highlight an important truth. Muscle growth is about balance, not extremes. Overloading on protein won't magically transform your physique, but focusing on proper training, recovery, and overall nutrition will. So, if you've been stressing over hitting sky-high protein targets, it's time to take a deep breath. Let us explore why calories and other macronutrients like carbs and fats deserve just as much attention as protein. Here's a truth bomb. Calories are the real MVP when it comes to muscle growth. You can consume all the protein in the world, but without a caloric surplus, your body won't have the energy it needs to build muscle. Studies comparing high-protein supplements to carb-rich alternatives found similar results, as long as there were enough calories to fuel recovery and growth. So, instead of obsessing over protein shakes, why not focus on eating enough to support your training? After all, a well-fed body is a growing body. But there's a catch. Too much protein can actually work against you. When you over-prioritize protein, you often leave less room for carbs and fats, which are just as critical. Carbs, for example, replenish glycogen stores and fuel your workouts. While fats support hormonal health and overall energy levels, imagine trying to run a marathon on an empty stomach. That's what it's like training with low glycogen. Plus, let's not forget the digestive discomfort and bloating that can come with excessive protein consumption. Balance is key. And let's talk about cost. Protein is often the most expensive macronutrient, and overloading on it can drain your budget fast. Instead, think about diversifying your plate. Add some rice, potatoes, or avocado alongside your protein source. Not only will this save you money, but it'll also optimize your performance and recovery. So, how much protein do you really need to maximize muscle growth? For most people, the sweet spot lies between 0.55 and 0.63 grams per pound of body weight. That's about 88 to 100 grams for someone weighing 160 pounds. If you're looking to squeeze out every last drop of optimization, you can bump it up to 0.72 grams per pound. And for those in extreme scenarios, like deep caloric deficits or very low body fat levels, 1 gram per pound might be worth considering. But for the average lifter, less is often more. Here's the good news. Protein doesn't have to come from expensive powders or endless chicken breasts. Many everyday foods, like bread, beans, and even peanut butter, contribute to your daily intake. For example, a peanut butter sandwich with whole grain bread can pack a surprising protein punch. The takeaway? You don't need to revolve your entire diet around protein to hit your goals. Instead, focus on variety and balance, and you'll get there without breaking the bank or your sanity. The real secret to success lies in shifting your focus. Stop obsessing over protein and start paying attention to the bigger picture: consistent training, proper recovery, and hitting your overall calorie needs. Protein is just one piece of the puzzle, not the whole picture. Here's the hard truth. Most people are eating far more protein than they actually need. While the intention is good, building muscle and improving performance. The reality is that this overconsumption often leads to wasted money, unnecessary stress, and even diminished results. The fitness industry has done a great job convincing us that protein is the ultimate key to success. But science tells a different story. Muscle growth is driven by consistent training, adequate calories, and just enough protein, not an endless supply of it. Think about it. How many times have you worried about hitting a specific protein target while ignoring other crucial factors like sleep, recovery, or calorie intake? How much money, time, and stress could you save by simplifying your diet? What if you could achieve the same or even better results without overloading on protein shakes and overpriced snacks? The choice is yours. Keep following the hype or start working smarter. Let this be the moment you take control of your fitness journey and leave behind the noise of the supplement industry. The truth is, building muscle is about balance. Training hard, eating enough to fuel your body, and maintaining a moderate protein intake will get you further than obsessing over every gram. It's time to let go of the myths and focus on what really moves the needle. So, what's the next step for you? Are you ready to rethink your approach and focus on the fundamentals? Imagine how much progress you could make if you stopped stressing over protein and started prioritizing what truly matters. If this video gave you a fresh perspective, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more science-backed insights to transform your fitness journey. And hey, drop a comment below. What's one thing you're going to change after watching this? Let's keep the conversation going and help each other grow stronger, smarter, and better. See you in the next video.